I coded a Chrome extension that allows you to export any conversation you have on Instagram in one click. Today I'm going to walk you through how exactly I found this idea, how I validated this idea, all the way to publishing it live. I'm also going to show you how I reverse engineered Instagram's website to be able to fetch conversations on demand without an API key. So this is episode number 4 of Vibe Coding Until I Make $100,000. Welcome back, and let's get into it. I really like building tools for social media, so I wanted to take a look at some Chrome extensions related to Instagram. There were some nice ideas, but everything felt really crowded. However, after a few long minutes of scrolling, I came across something pretty interesting, which was a message exporter for Instagram. I have found only 2 of those, and both with really bad reviews, so there was definitely some room for improvement here. The first thing that I need to do is to understand how Instagram is loading the conversation. So I open the network tab in DevTools and start scrolling up in a DM to trigger any API calls it's making. I can see new requests coming in, but to make my life easier and to narrow it down faster, I hit Ctrl+F in the network tab and search for a word from the actual conversation. And of course, this leads me to the right request, and I am able to find the JSON with that part of the conversation. This works a little bit like pagination, so you would need to keep scrolling up to keep fetching more of the conversation, but we are able to do this programmatically without, of course, needing to scroll up. AI is really helpful here because I simply send the API endpoint and the JSON response to Claude, and it creates the function to fetch all messages in a loop. Once I confirm that it's working, I proceed to implement HTML and TXT exports, and it's time to move on to the Chrome extension. Since I'm going to implement this Chrome extension in Instagram's website, it's important that the UI blends in. Something that I always do is to extract the CSS of the website so the AI can use the CSS as reference when coding the Chrome extension. So when it comes to UX, I believe that sometimes you need to make things as redundant as possible and place the exact same functionality in multiple places. So you don't, if the user gets confused, they are gonna find themselves eventually. Bearing this in mind, I decided to add the exact same button inside the pop-up and on the website. Before writing the prompt, I create a samples folder containing the CSS and the fetch script, and this gives the AI concrete reference material to work from. One more thing I had to do was to find a unique selector to inject the button. Instagram obfuscates most CSS classes, so I needed to have a very targeted chained selector. I came up with this one, and since it shows only one element found, I know it's going to be a good one, of course, because this is a unique place on the HTML, and it's always going to inject the button in the same area. After some brainstorming with Claude, this is the prompt I used in Cursor with Composer 2.5. Of course, this project was not done in one single prompt. Actually, it took me 30 prompts according to Cursor, but it was not a complex project at all. The major issue that I came across was when changing URLs. Sometimes it would fetch the conversation from the previous user, so I had to build a solution to watch URL changes and re-inject the script when a new user was loaded. Then I designed a simple download icon with Claude to place it on the conversation page. I designed the logo via ChatGPT, and the Chrome extension was ready to be published. Thank you for watching this far. This is the 4th app of the series. No sales yet, of course, but that's not the goal. The goal is to build as many things as possible for now, and eventually we will find something that's truly valuable, that does help people, and we will start thinking about monetization when we get there. If you want to try this extension, it's in the description, as well as if you have any suggestions for the videos, for apps that we can code, I am all ears. I would be happy to hear. And see you next time.